Alright, welcome to the stream. Today we're going to be building a custom treehouse base. I'm just looking for the perfect place to set up here. Kind of like this wide open space here, but there's a lot of trees around here. Let's look for a wide open space. Here's the other trees that I was working on earlier today. And I like these, but I kind of want to go for something bigger, so I thought I would start over. The original design is a 3 by 3 with tree. It's about 30 blocks tall, and I think I want to go a little taller. Let's just do it right here. This is perfect. All right, let's get started. So I think I'm going to start with some mossy dark oak, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to build a base here of 3 blocks, 3 by 3 like this. And then I'm just going to get some normal dark oak, and then I want to just kind of extend. Oh, that's not the right one. Where is it? Here it is. Let's go one more block up here. Actually, this is supposed to be bigger, right? Alright, let's just go with that. Let's do 3, because it's going to be bigger than the other one. And then from right here, I just want to kind of extend up. And this is going to be basically how we get in and out of the farm. I build a lot of farms. No, get in and out of the treehouse base. So I think I want this to be real tall, too. Let's get this way up here. So initially this is going to be with ladders. You could always come back later and you could upgrade this with soul stand or some magma, or an elevator. You can do a lot of things with this. So let's go ahead, and line some ladders on this. I'm just going to bring these all the way to the top. So this is all going to be inside the tree. Like, I built this a few times and I realized that waiting till the end to do that part, it's kind of a pain, so we'll just do it now. And now let's go ahead and finish the tree off here. So this is going to be the entryway right here. Like that. And then these need to go out further, probably about that far out. Let's just see. And then this complete row here needs to be full as well. Like that. I keep on placing these mossy blocks above the first level and it doesn't look right. So I think like this. So I'm thinking the main trunk will be about that thick. We're going to round it out a little bit, but I just want to get the basic frames. Let's just go ahead and just extend this all the way up. Like this, and then what I think I'm going to do, and I did it last time too, I think I'm going to build the branches, we'll build the house, and then we'll come back and do the leaves afterwards and do some additional touch-ups and details. So much wood. I wonder if it'll be easier to do it this way. Nope. I guess that's a little bit better. And then I think here I'm going to leave this kind of open like that. When you get inside, you'll see what I mean. But extend this all the way up. And then, like I said, we're going to round this out. It's going to look a lot better when we get a little bit further into it. Right now I just need to get the base. I want to lay the door down. And then from there, I want to see if I can hide the door too. Make this kind of like, if you're not paying attention, you don't even realize it's a base as you're walking by. Alright, let's see. This is good. So I came up with this because I noticed a lot of videos about different bases and things, and I thought about it. I'm like, man, my bases are kind of always the same. Like, my bases are very farm-centric, around productivity, around like what I can build, like what I can produce during that time. So I'll generally have like multi-farm bases. And I think I want to kind of branch out a little bit, and I want to do something like more aesthetically appealing, because I generally just like glass houses basically. So we'll see how this goes. I'll see how this looks here, and then I think I may actually even build it in my world, which is going to be a pain because this is a hell of a lot of wood. Alright, let's see. Alright, so what color door should I go with? Is anybody on the stream? What do you guys think? What color door should I go with? I went with oak for the original design. I think I want to do that again. If nobody tells me anything different, I'm going with oak. Alright, speak now or forever hold your peace. So oak door goes here. And then we got to kind of make that work. So I'm going to kind of come up by 3 here like this. And then I think I'll do another row like this. It's got to come up by 3 like that. And this can go sideways for the top. So it's going to be kind of symmetric as I'm building it, just to kind of get the outline of what it is that I'm trying to do. But I think as I continue further, we'll go ahead and we'll make it a little bit less symmetric. But for now, let's just kind of keep this going. And I need my stairs. Is that the right color stairs? No. Alright, where are you, dark oak? Alright, great. So we'll do one like kind of here, and then there'll be one here. And this might not be long enough. We'll have to see. Let's get an idea. Yeah, we may have to extend that out more, but for now, like, that's pretty good. Just to kind of get like a general shape, and then we'll come back and we'll fix it, because honestly, it's not looking great so far. Alright, we'll come back and we'll fix that. Inside's hollowed out, that's good. Alright, so let's just start just kind of branching out the same way we did there, and then we'll kind of give it like a more rounded look. And then I keep on using these mossy ones. I mean, I like them, but I keep on forgetting. What's interesting about them is in Realism Craft, they make these mossy ones on the bottom harder to mine. So even with like efficiency 5, you'll be sitting there for a while to mine the bottom ones, which I guess is kind of like indicative of how it is in real life, right? Like if you have a stump, if you don't remove it properly, it just keeps on growing back. And I kind of think that was the overall vibe they were going for when they made it difficult to mine the bottom of the tree. I think that's what they were going for. So again, just going to kind of round this out as I go. It's going to look kind of crappy in the beginning, but I think as we go, it's going to look better. Alright, it's like that. No, not sideways. No, I don't want you there. You're good. And then this one, I want it to extend out, but I don't want it to be straight. So I'm going to see if I can manage to do that. Okay, so I need some trapdoors, and I think I'm going to grab some slabs, which of course I'm missing. Yeah, I'm missing slabs. Right, so let's see if I can get this to kind of like gradually come down. And just kind of come at an angle. Right, and then we'll thicken this up a little bit, I think, sideways like that. Maybe place a couple trapdoors like this. And then I think I want, yeah, not a water bucket. That's not what I wanted. Okay, I think I want a stair right there like that, and then maybe one right here. No, I don't like the way that looks. Hold on. Slab and, nope, gotta pick one or the other. So it's gonna be slab. Alright, so let's keep going with this. And then I'm also going to come back with like some mossy cobblestone and like some other things and try to like spruce up the area around here as well. So far this is coming pretty good, I think. Alright, so I kind of go in a circle and just kind of touch it up as I go. And then it just kind of, you know, as you work at it, eventually just starts to round out. It starts to look better. Especially when you get the leaves on, man. When you see this from far... Is the other one in view? No, it's not in view. When you see this from far, it really does look like a real tree. So, I'm hoping we can get the same effect here with this bigger version. You may have to go out more than just a couple of blocks here on the sides to get this to look right. Oh, the front is god-awful. Okay, we gotta fix this. I just realized that I can't come in. I gotta bring this out a little bit. That's okay. That's not hard to fix. Alright, let's see. Is that better? It's a little bit better. Oh yeah, that's coming along. Yeah, that's definitely better. We gotta work on these roots though. These are kind of garbage. I want them to kind of come up and down and like be a little bit bigger. But I mean, for the just to kind of get like an outline, I think it's a good start. Let's just get the outline here of what we want to do, and then we can come back and detail it, how it's actually going to work out. Yeah, do the same thing on this side and this one. See, I don't want them to kind of all come out in the same angle. Like these are kind of like 90 degree. And I can do a 45, but I don't want them all to be 45. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 145 on this side, one on this side, and then maybe we'll leave this open and we'll put like a boulder or something here. I don't know. Let's see. So I'm just going to kind of just zigzag this for now. And then I'll come back after we get a little bit more done and we'll do the details. We'll drop this down. We'll use different levels. And this, I think I want it to come out higher than the other ones. Oh yeah. Yeah, let's make this one ridiculous. Let's make this one really big. And then, I don't know, I was flirting with the idea of maybe having some vines hanging down. Like, I don't know if you see some of the bigger trees, like some of the ficus we have here in where I'm from, have like big vines that end up becoming like just like additional trunks. And I wonder if we can make that same kind of effect. Kind of like a mangrove, something like that. This might be too high. So far, so good. And then this corner here is kind of like meh. Let's see how this is looking from far. It's definitely getting here. It's definitely getting there. Alright. Let's just keep this going now. Alright, let's add some detail. I want this to go up a couple more, maybe, like this. Actually, more and more. Like that, yeah. And then I'm also going to come here with the axe and probably strip away a lot of this bark. Let's see what that looks like. I know I could have just grabbed the block, but I like stripping it away as I go, because I'm not going to strip away all of it either, right? So like I might come and just kind of to give it some texture, like not everywhere but mostly. I like this strip color probably better than just the regular wood color, but I think it looks good when you kind of leave it intentionally messy like that, where I'm just kind of randomly just kind of swinging my axe around. Also, I know I jump around when I'm building. I get different ideas and I kind of just go with the flow. So don't get frustrated with me. Be a little bit more forgiving because I know I do that. Alright, so these are the wrong direction. Let's fix those. Let's do it again. I see what I have to do. I wonder if how that would work. Yeah, it's looking good. Oops, didn't mean to open that. I meant to like that. I wonder if I can place one of these sideways like that. No, see this one, this is a bummer. This one, no matter how you place it, it always places downward like that. Custom blocks. What are you gonna do? Come on. It's not letting me place the block. What is wrong with this spot right here that I can't place a block on it? Is it because you're in the way? It's because he's in the way. Let's see. I won't really know how it looks until I back up from it. I don't love it. As we go back and we fix it, we'll fix it up. I think I'm going to maybe downgrade this one like this. Yeah, I think I want to use just a plank for this. It's going to look better. All right. Keep losing my slabs. Alright, that's cool for now. This side's cool for now. This over here needs a whole bunch of work. Okay. How do we fix this? Kind of want to use these like that. And then I'll just put some slabs and maybe just kind of drop this down the same way we did with the other ones. I wish there was like a 3/4 block. That'd be awesome. Also, why do we not have glass slabs? Has anybody thought about that? I would kill for glass slabs. Does anybody know if there's like a mod or something that you could use, like some kind of add-on for bedrock? Alright, whatever. For another day, I guess. That's something that's always bothered me. I've always wanted glass slabs. I thought that would be amazing. That and wooden walls. Yeah, wooden walls, I would kill for that. Having second thoughts about this side over here. Alright, we'll come back to this. I'm getting bored of this bottom part. Let's go ahead and just axe a little bit of this on the way up. Just kind of strip randomly here like we did with the other part. And then what I want to do is start working on the branches. And you have to, like, every once in a while, just come back, take a step back, check your work, see how it looks. And then I'd have to round this part up here on the top as well. I think I'll do that after we get the branches in, though, because I don't know how much room I need for the branches yet. Alright, let's get our proportions. Where do we need this branch to come out from, and how big do we want it to be? Did you say arbitrarily come out from here? Alright, let's do that. And this is a bigger tree, so I don't think one is going to do it. Probably need 2 or 3. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 4, but instead of doing it, I'm going to do it on the diagonal, like this. Alright, that's cool. And then I'm just going to kind of start stepping up and out. And like how this looks doesn't really matter. I mean, for the most part, this is going to be kind of covered with leaves anyway. You're not really going to see it. Except from like the top. So we have to like overall make this flat so that we can sit the house on top of it. But really this part doesn't matter so much. We'll be able to fix it later no matter what happens. So I think this is the spot. So where are we? This is at Y93. No, let's make it an even 95 maybe. 95. All right, this is a spot. Stop falling. All right, so let's go out kind of diagonally here. The other one had a lot of like 90-degree angles and stuff. I want to try to do some more like 45s if we can do it. Yeah, so like this, and then maybe we'll have another one kind of come up here. Also, I'm not modeling this off of any tree that I've seen. This is kind of like a combination of what I've seen in Realism Craft and then what I've seen from like other people's builds and stuff, and I'm just kind of winging it. Yeah, I watch a content creator called I Am Shrammy, or I Am Shrammy 2. And one of the things that they do, at least they were for a while, I don't know if they're still doing it because I've been so busy I haven't been able to keep up with the series, is they always build a custom tree. And I've never done that. I've built some custom trees, but I'm like, you know what, I can build a custom tree, but we're going to go and we're going to build a huge custom tree. So that's what we're doing. That's the idea. Let's have this go out this way, man. Because if you look at trees, like the branches kind of go out in different directions. Like, do you ever really just stop and take a look at trees? Well, I wish I had, because I'm kind of just going out from memory here. I did not do any research for this. I wish I had, but I think it's going to come out good. Oh, I'm starting to get lazy. Nope, nope. Keep doing it diagonally. Don't get lazy, buddy. Oh, it looks awful. I hate this one. All right, let's fix this one. Alright, so this one's coming this way. This might be it for this branch. I don't think we're going to go much further with this. I don't think it's going to look right. Alright, so that's looking okay. So this is very 90 degrees. So let's go ahead and fix that now. So we got the top, and then we also have to do this part over here. I can do that just kind of like doing this. Have it kind of come down towards the tree. I don't know if this is going to look right, but let's try a stair here. Yeah, you gotta remember, we're going to be seeing it from the bottom, the top. You're not going to see these imperfections, so it doesn't really matter so much. I think just kind of round it out with some stairs on the bottom. Might work. Yeah. Alright, so we got our 95. This is huge. Yeah, the house is going to be on top of all of this. Like this right here, 95. Did I not put this high enough? Oh, that's a bummer. Okay, yeah, I have to fix that. It is what it is. Actually, I could just leave this 2 blocks thick. Alright, so I got one coming out of the side there. I want this one to come out of the diagonal. And we got to have one coming up higher than that and one coming out lower. I think this one's going to come out from lower. Maybe from right here. So what I'm going to do, so let me show you, because maybe you haven't seen this. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of go like this. And then I'm going to put one in the middle, and then I'm going to go up every time on the sides. So I'll put another one here. Clip, clip. Up, up. In the middle. And then just kind of do the same thing and just kind of keep up going up. I messed that up. Like this, and then up. There it is. Alright, so we'll keep that going up, and then once we get a lot higher, Jesus, that might be too low. No, let's just go with it. So sides, middle, top. Is that right? No, here. All right, where are we? 90. All right, I think from here is good. Going to start extending outward in either direction. I think I want to go kind of this way. I've been touching the blocks so far, but these are going to kind of be floating like this. Oh, I did that one wrong. Oops. Floating like that. God, wouldn't it be cool if you could run around on the branches too, like if that was part of the house? Okay, we'll come back to that. That's why I have so much trouble finishing builds, because I get halfway through them and I start like coming up with new ideas. And you end up like having like 10 unfinished builds. All right, this is the top. This is 10. 95, I mean. Yeah, this is coming out cool. I'm liking this. Alright, so let's do something similar on this side. This one I don't want to go up as fast, so what I'm going to do is we're going to step over 2, and then I'm going to skip a block and have it kind of floating like that, and then we'll do another 2 like that. Another floating block, and then we'll change direction. And we'll kind of do the same thing like this. Alright, so let's branch this out. Where's my 95? Up there. Okay, gotta keep going. $95. This is my roof. Alright, let's see. Oh, I missed a spot. And that looks like 95. Alright, so this is going to be the front. We got to look at what we're going to see when we come in each time. So you run over here, you walk up to the base, see branches and trees. Yeah, we definitely need some more out here. And I think this one I want to do like kind of like 2 smaller branches right here, just kind of coming out. And then we'll do a bigger one up top. This is going to be a lot smaller, I think. Just a little, just a place to hang leaves, but basically. We'll do one kind of like over here. I think I actually have branches. I'm not going to use them. What are they called? In Realism Craft, I actually have branches. I'm not going to use them though. I don't know what they're called. So like if you look at this tree here. Let me find a tree so I can show you. Of course, I'm surrounded by mangrove. Alright, let me just show you. So like in here, no, see this is, yeah, these are like bad examples, whatever. So like they have little branches. They're like 1/2 or 1/4 blocks that connect the leaves. And I know you can make them, I forget now. Let's bring this up a little higher. Alright, that's cool. And I'm getting antsy. We gotta switch task again. Alright, let's go to leaves. And I'm gonna be lazy and I'm just gonna use dark oak leaves. I feel like they're pretty well done. So I'm just gonna kind of extend this out. The idea is that I wanna mostly cover the wood, but I want you to be able to see through and see that there is wood holding this all together. And that's good. Like, I'm just gonna do little touch-ups as I go. For now, I just want to kind of get the foundation of what we're building here. And then, like, if this is one of my worlds, I would probably spend weeks touching it up, and then every couple of months completely rebuilding it, because that's a thing. So that's good. You can see some of the wood coming through. This is too much wood, though. Yeah, that's looking like a tree. It's getting there. Alright, let's keep going. Let's do this one over here. Oh, this is a mission. This is so big. So I think I'm going to do is I'm going to start from the top. I usually start from the bottom, but I'm going to start from the top. Just to get the top completely covered, and then once that's covered, then we'll see how we cover up the bottom while still revealing some wood. I'm missing. I missed this whole section over here. So I kind of come in, I do it very square in the beginning, and then I kind of round it off, and then we'll add a little bit of volume to it after we have just everything covered up. You'll see. And that's probably good like that. Alright, let's just kind of... start hitting this with leaves. Again, we don't want to really cover up anything, like everything. We do want to leave some of it showing, but very little. And also, you got to be careful because this is going to cover the ground and it's going to make it very dark, so you're going to have a lot of mobs spawning down there. You want to make sure that you have that well lit or spawn proofed if you do that kind of thing. Let's see from the bottom. Wow, that's ugly. Alright, let's keep on filling it. It needs a lot more still. It's kind of hard to build facing up like that. I always have trouble with that. Alright, let's see. This has got to come out a lot further. That's interesting. The leaves are changing as I move towards that way. I think it's the biome. See if that's true. Yeah, that must be. It must be the biome. Alright, let's take a step back and see how that's looking so far. Very flat. So now let's start to add some texture to this. The way I'm going to do that is I'm just going to kind of come out like this. And it doesn't have to be perfect. You just kind of, you get like a little rim around the edges. And then you just kind of raise the leaves up. Alright. We'll come up one more like this. This will kind of be the center here, like that. Alright. Alright, so let's see what it looks like from the bottom, though. Kind of looks like a tree. I'll take it. Come on. Alright, there we go. And I think I'm going to fill this side a little bit on this side too. This is like too bare. Alright, that's looking pretty good. I'm excited about this. Alright, let's go on to the next one. Alright, let's see how we're going to do this one. The same? Alright, let's do it the same. Yep. I like it. Alright, so let's do the same thing with this one. Let's go ahead and give it just a little bit more volume. And again, the way I'm going to do that is I'm just going to kind of outline the sides here, and then we'll extend the leaves up in the middle. Something like that. That's probably too close. Let's keep that a little bit flatter. Let's do it out here. Alright, here we go. And I'm intentionally leaving it kind of flat like this because the house still has to sit on or inside these leaves. I haven't decided yet how it's going to be exactly. I remember why I built the house first last time, but it's alright. We're going to kind of wing it, and you know, you just kind of have to pivot if you make a mistake. So that's what we're going to do. We'll keep going. I'll build the house on top of this anyway, and it's going to be just fine. I just thought about building this in survival. I don't know if I could do it. It's a lot. Gathering all the leaves and everything, it would be a lot. It would take you a long time to gather all the supplies for this build. Like, I'll build a smaller one. The smaller version that I did, I'll definitely do that, but this is a lot bigger than that one. Alright, so these are kind of all together, and that's intentional. I'm going to separate it now. It's just easier to go back and forth in a long line, right, than it is to keep having to stop and go back and forth. So that's the only reason why I'm doing it this way. I'm going to separate these into separate branches as soon as we have a little bit more leaves placed here. Alright, I think we're at that point here in a second. Yeah, we're at that point. Alright, so let's do it. So this one here is a smaller leaf. I'm going to go ahead and cut that out kind of like this. So that's going to be that one, just kind of like a general outline. And then this one's even smaller. Like that. So like there's a little bit of a hole, but it's gonna kind of extend out where they're kind of touching. But we'll leave it like that. Excuse me. Alright, so this, we gotta have this kind of split up a little bit. Do I need you? You can go away, I don't need you, you're fine. These are kind of like separated too the same way. Oh yeah. Yeah, this is coming along. Alright, that's the top. The bottom still looks pretty bad, so let's go ahead and fix the bottom up. We'll do kind of like the same thing. This one's, I kind of want to touch this one up a little bit too. Alright, that's good. Alright, let's do this one now. And I think for this one, I was going to leave this on, but I'm going to shave this off. It's getting in my way. Alright, better. Alright, let's be a little bit more deliberate on this one. It's much harder to do the bottom, so I find myself getting a little lazy. But let's be a little bit more deliberate. Alright. So much for being deliberate. I get lazy quick. It's a pain on the bottom. Oh, it looks good. Get a load of the leaves falling off of it. That's great. Alright, let's see. Oop, hold on a second. There's got to be an easier way to do the bottom. I think I want to leave these separate like this. Okay. Yeah, it's getting there. I think for the other, God, that branch is so far out there. It's so far out. I'm gonna have to do something over here too. I'm gonna have to fill these up with leaves a little bit down here, otherwise it doesn't look right. We'll fix it. It's no biggie. Yeah, I think if we just put some more leaves on these lower branches, it's gonna look a lot better. Alright, we're gonna have to go out a little bit more with this. Let's do something like this. There it is. Yeah, so I realized that this when I came out diagonally, I went out too far. So it's gonna be fine. It just means I have to bring these leaves down a little bit more. It's probably gonna look better this way anyway. But it's just a little bit more work to get to the point where we can start building the house. Overall, that still looks like a tree. I'll take it. How can we fix this? I don't know if that's better or worse. I'm just going to leave it like that. We'll just do some more leaves down here. Alright, let's see. Let's get back down to the floor level and take a look up. Yeah, this is clearly a tree. I'm looking at this and the first thing I think is tree. This is a tree. Alright, let's finish. God, I'm wondering if I don't just build the house in the middle of these branches instead of building it on top. I think that's how we're going to do it this time. Alright, let's do it. So what do we want for the floor? I think I want to do it the hard way. So let me show you what I'm thinking about. So I'm thinking this for the floor. Or we kind of zig, we go back and forth between these patterns like this. And then I could even strip some of them, if not all of them. How does it look stripped? It's worse. It's the wrong wood, that's the problem. What is this? Spruce? No, go away. Dark oak. So I'm thinking like this. Right? And then you just kind of do like a checker pattern like that. I don't like that it's the same color. No, we're going to have to go with a contrasting color. Alright, let's see what looks good. We can go with like a birch maybe, just for the floor. And then if we go with birch, then we have the option to use, we could even use like, what's it called? diorite. We can use some diorite with that, and we can use, yeah, let's go with birch. I think that might actually look cool. Let's try it. So I'm thinking, and then when you strip this, you get kind of like that white color, so we can go back and forth between these two for the floor. That's ugly. God, I don't know why I thought of birch. Birch has never been good. Oh, what about pale oak? Guys, I think I found it. I think this is the one. Let's see what this looks like. We did. And then we do these sideways. I'm thinking maybe just the white. Like if we did it this way, just outright. So the only difference you really get are those perpendicular lines. Let's see what the slabs look like. We might just go slabs. Yeah, let's try it with the slabs, and let's just see what that looks like. So we're gonna leave these 3 solid blocks so that we don't have an issue getting in and out with the ladders. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna extend this out. Oh, these have to be open. Oops. I'm trying to imagine what it's going to look like with this white house sitting on the top of this treehouse. And then also look around, like, where did they get the wood to build this? Whatever, I'm not going to worry about the backstory. Let's just build the house. And I don't know how big we want this. The other one was probably like 20 by 10. I think this is going to be substantially bigger. You know what I can do? I can build like supports coming off of the tree, holding this up. So it's not laying on the tree like directly, but it has supports that are coming up from the tree. We'll do it like that. Try to get the right size and make sure it's a little bit centered. It doesn't have to be perfect, but like to eyeball it at least. So I'm wondering, like, originally this was just gonna be like one studio kind of house with like a couple floors. But I'm wondering if I don't just build like a couple of structures on this. I could. I mean, it's huge. Alright, so now we got our platform. Doesn't have to be centered, doesn't have to be perfect. This is pretty close. I can see that we can get a couple more blocks on this side. Come on. Come on. I think I went too far to that side now. Let's go over this side one more block and we're going to call it. Alright, cool. So let's go ahead and I think I'm going to go with... Let's try one of these. So I'm going to come out 1, 2, 3. And I think 3 is a good amount. Let's do 3. 1, 2, 3. And what this is these are basically like the base for the columns for where what's going to hold up the roof. Yes, okay. So I'm going to stick with... Alright, let's try a couple different woods here and see what works. I don't know why, but I kind of want to try bamboo on this. Let's see how bamboo looks for these fence posts. Let's do it. I don't know why. I have a feeling this is going to look good. Come on. Alright, I'm going to hate myself if I don't do a little bit of measurements here. Let's just see what we got here. It is 13, and I think what I want is an odd number, so I think that's perfect. So I have this like really uncanny ability to estimate things perfectly by accident, and I think I just built a 13 by 13 square just by accident, just eyeballing it perfectly. I did it on the other version too, by the way. So that's good. I should trust myself. I don't have to measure things like this. Alright, very cool. So what I want to do here is we're going to place a... Let's go with a plank. And I'm going to stick... I don't know if it's going to look good, but I'm going to stick with the bamboo and let's see what it looks like. So we're going to do a plank, fence, plank, fence, plank. And let's go ahead. Let's do one more step up because this is a little bit bigger. Like that, and then we should be able to just put these fences across like this to some point. I'm not sure where. Let's step up here first. Hold on, let me make sure I'm at the right level. See, I wasn't. And that's at that level. Yeah, that's perfect. Is that what I wanted? No, there's one more up. Oops. Yeah, that's doing it. I like it. We don't need this. This was just to measure. Alright, let's go ahead and do the same thing on this side, and then we'll go ahead and extend the roof over. I gotta measure this. I'm not sure if this is right. And one more up. I think I got that right. And it's one more up. Yep, I got that right. Alright, so let's go ahead and delete these. We don't need these. And then we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to get... Should we go with the same color for the roof? Something tells me to try acacia. And I don't like acacia. Every time I try to use acacia, I always go, meh, and then I put it back. But I'm going to try to do it anyway. And for some reason, I think it's going to work. I don't think I'm wrong. I think this works. I think we're going to use slabs to cover that, though. Let's just see how it looks from there up, and then we'll see how we cover it. Pale oak and acacia. Who knew? Alright, how do we do this top now? So the question is do we go up one more like this and then top it off? Or do we just top it off? Let's see what it looks like. I'm going to do one side like that. I'll do the other side just topped off right there. And I think I'm going to go with... What if we get a roof that kind of pops a little bit? No, let's just go with the same thing. Alright, so I think it's going to look good just flat on this side like this. And the other option, of course, is to have... The other option would be like this. Alright, let's just take a look around. We have it like this. And then the other way would be like this. Yep, I like this way better. And then these are bottom slabs. So this is a spawn-proof roof as well. So you don't have to worry about any mobs spawning up here. You won't have to light this. Well, that might be too tall. We have to lower that. Now let's keep going. If anything, what we'll do is we'll expand the platform out a little bit. I do kind of want to probably round this off on the corners a little bit like this. I like it. So I'm gonna do is I'm gonna extend these stairs up a little bit because I want to raise this up. Instead of like bringing the roof down, I'm just gonna bring the ground up. If that makes sense. And we'll see how we can play that out. Alright, let's see how that feels. Go ahead and light this. Should come up through here. Nope, this doesn't work. It's gotta be flat. Can't have the stairs there. I wonder if one's gonna be enough. Let's just see what that looks like. Yeah, we're definitely doing that. This needs to go up by one. I think I'm gonna leave it like that. For a second. just so I can get an idea and then just scale it down if we have to. See what I did before and maybe see if we can get some ideas of what to do next. See, that's cute. See, I did go with the top slab on that one. And I looked like, yeah, let's look at that again. Alright, where are my slabs? Let's just keep going. Hopefully it comes together. Yeah, that usually happens. When I'm building, there's usually a point where I'm building and I realize, I hate this. And then I just keep going and then eventually it starts to grow on me, and I think I'm at that point in the build where it's like I can very easily just give up and be like, the hell with it. But I'm going to keep going because I know it's going to work out. I just have to take it to that next level. And then I think what I want to do is I want to extend these fences out, and I'm going to stick with the bamboo. I don't know, we may change that. Because what I'm thinking here is mobs. That's all I'm thinking about. Alright, we got the space here. We can do a double stairway up to the second floor. In fact, we may even be able to do three floors on this one. So let's see what stairs we go with. These look different. These don't look like at all like the vanilla Minecraft one. Look at these. That's different. I wonder if we can pull that off. Let's try it. Oh my god, I think I love those stairs. And I don't really like Prismatine. I don't really like it. I don't normally use it, but I like the way it looks in Realism Craft. This is nice. And these will probably have to go up at an angle too. So we're going to go up a couple more like this, and we're going to have to start turning. And the way we're going to turn is I'll just get some more of this stuff. Was it this block? I'm not sure which one it is. It must be this one. Right? And then here we can turn it. It's got to be one block over. Like this. We can have this go up maybe two. That's got to be the center. Look at that. Oh, that center is perfect. Look how beautiful this is. Look at that, you guys. Oh, hell yeah. Okay. That's one more up. And then it's a couple rows of solid blocks like, listen. Alright, that's pretty cool. We may have to back up one and then go up a little bit higher. Maybe not. Let's keep going. I don't know what's gonna go up here. Probably the bedroom. Yeah, this looks like a good place for a bedroom, right? Just gotta keep using these blocks, and then we may come back and change it. But for now, I like the way this is coming out. It's interesting. Alright, we need a bed. And this should come out maybe to here. And we're going to have to put some fences on this so we don't fall. Maybe walls. What wall opportunities do we have here? Let's see. I mean, we can go with the same thing, but it's kind of like, I wonder what mud would look like. Now we're just winging it at this point. And then what do you guys think? Maybe, maybe we'll take this out a little bit here. So this will be like where you would fly in and out with your elytra, maybe? I wonder if we can extend this out. I guess we could. Let's see, there's room to walk up here. As long as we can walk in and out. Let's see if we can walk in still. Still good. That's as far as it can go, though. Nope. See, that's too high. No, that's good. So do the same thing. So that's looks like 4. And then I wonder if I can put a fence just like right here. That looks bad. Let's fix this down here. I kind of like the way I did that. I'm just going to do it the same way. I did it by accident, but I like it. Do the same thing here. Why does that look uneven? What's wrong? I see what's wrong. I definitely need some lighting. Let's get some lanterns out. Oh, what about sea lanterns? Would that work? I mean, we might as well at this point. Yeah, I did not know when I started this that I would be doing Prismarine, but here we are. And this is good. I'm not worried about falling in this way because you can't really get hurt. It's falling off the edges that are a problem. How would this look if we just did wall straight across? I would say better. I like that better. What if we did that instead too? Yep. Yeah, I warned you. I warned you I'll be designing this as I go. I had a general idea of what I wanted to do, but I wasn't really sure. So this is me just kind of finalizing that. And then we still have to like build some furniture and you know, do the rest of the stuff in here. What happened here? I'm curious. Let me try something. Oh yeah, this is completely changing. I'm gonna change the roof and everything. Yeah, we're gonna take that roof off. We're gonna change that. This is so outside of my comfort zone. It's ridiculous. We're just gonna keep going though. We're gonna make it work. Like I said before, it's all about functionality for me. So this is kind of like out of my realm here. This is cool, but this is not very functional. Kind of like, you know, just to get up here would be kind of a bummer because you gotta climb a ladder. But it looks nice. And if we did this. Yeah, we'll change the, I'm okay with the ground being white, but we'll change these blocks right here. I don't think you don't even need, yeah, just put these here. No, we gotta put a block there. That doesn't really work. Yeah, let's put a block. Alright, what block do we use? I wonder what mangrove would look for this roof. So we got like a blue and a brown. Like an orange roof, which is so gross. Yeah, we're definitely changing that roof. I don't know what I was thinking. What resin blocks do we have? Maybe I can like go all the way orange. If I'm gonna go orange, I might as well go all the way. Let's see what this looks like. Somehow better. I think I'm gonna change the resin, you guys. Yeah, let's do that. Let's see what it looks like if we change the resin. Let's use chiseled and stairs. Let's do it on this side. Or maybe even like that. Let's do it on this side, and then let's back up, and let's see what it looks like, because maybe we just leave the acacia and just leave it just like this. But I gotta back up and see what it looks like from far. And we're using walls now, and I lost my walls. Unfortunate. Mud is something I never use. Like in game, I don't think the only thing I ever use like mud bricks, never. The only thing I ever use like mud for is for their, you know, being less than 1 block property and things being able to fall through it to get the hoppers and things like that. But I don't use it like mud bricks. Never use it. I forgot this part. Alright, let's see. Is this just absolutely hideous, or are we going to be able to work with this? I kind of like it. I kind of like it. I think I'm going to leave it like that. Alright, let's put some furniture in here, okay? You get home after a long, hard day of whatever it is you do from 9 to 5, And you gotta do something. So what are we gonna do? Let's put a bed up here. And what color bed do we want? Let's try black. And then how are we gonna design this bed? I'm not very good at doing beds. This is all you get from me. I'll put some signs around the outside. Hopefully that looks good. If anybody knows of some good bed designs, let me know. If you can point me to a content creator and I'll check out some videos, I'll be happy to do so. Just let me know in the comments. Who's good? Like, who do you, when you want to learn how to build something, like who do you go to for inspiration? Alright, we got a bed. We need an enchanting table. Obviously, every base has an enchanting table, at least a good one. So let's get, we need some bookshelves, and we've got some chiseled bookshelves too, because those are fun to use. And we gotta see where this is gonna be. So you come in, you come up here. I think I'm gonna have maybe like a smelter over here and some other storage over here. And then let's see where the crafting table is going to look. You know what? I think it has to be back here. I think it's going to be right here. This is the spot. All right, let's put some books in here. Doesn't matter which one, it's just for show, but if this was, you know, my real live base, I would probably put some books of use in there. They'd probably be filled with mending or something. What was that about? Just grab a lantern, and I think I'm going to grab a... Ooh, I haven't even messed with any of this stuff yet. Let's grab a lantern. We'll put a lantern like right here. I don't like that. And then I wanted a little like pot to put some flowers in maybe. And then what flowers do we want to use? Wish you could just search flowers. It's like a couple say flower, but most of the flowers don't say flower on them. I wonder if you could put a grim flower in there. Let's try it. I bet you it doesn't work. Ah, no, it doesn't work. I can plant it like there though. Maybe I could just legit put it right here. Flame flower? That doesn't let off light though. That's just for show. It doesn't actually let off light. Oh, I know. What the hell is it called? I saw it before when I was looking for branches. Let me look for branches again. There it is. It's a brazier. There's a brazier and a soul brazier. I guess one is blue and one is red. Let's see what the difference of these two are. So what I need is a flint and steel. These are kind of cool because you can light these up. What's cool about these is that when you light them, it doesn't waste durability on your flint and steel, which is kind of cool. blue, right? See how that looks. I constantly going away and coming back to see what it looks like. I really like that. Alright, so you come up here, you can fall off, but I don't think you can fall off the base. You're probably just going to fall like right here. Alright, let's start building some additional stuff. Let's see if we have access to black bones. Yeah, so you can't get... They have like different bone blocks, they're both white and black. And they have stairs and slants and slabs and all these cool blocks you can use to build. Unfortunately, you can't find them in the creative menu. You can only find them out and about. I almost want to go to the nether and look for some. Alright, let's do some chests, some barrels. Do a barrel. We need campfire. Shovel. Some chests. Armor stand. What else? What else? What else? Anvil. Stone cutter. And grindstone. These are all the things that I generally have in my base, and I want to make sure that this base is fully equipped with all of those things. Alright, so starting from the first floor. Got the crafting table there. This space here is basically useless because of how we have the crafting table set up. I don't think we'll place anything back there. It's not going to look right, but let's go ahead and let's put some... Put a barrel, a double chest. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna throw a campfire on top of this. I'm gonna snuff the fire out just to kind of make it look like put some logs or something. And then let's be real, we need more storage than that, so let's just kind of double these up. I don't want to go in front of the stairs. This okay? Do the same thing on the other side. And I think I just want to have these floating right here. Not symmetrical, that bothers me. It's gonna have to do. Alright, so let's put armor stand upstairs. And then I think here, so like when you normally, yeah, put a grindstone, not a grindstone, a anvil down here. Like that, and there'll be another one upstairs with a crafting table. Crafting tables you have to have everywhere. Isn't that true? Put one on this side here. One over here. I know there's one right there, but that doesn't matter. And then up here we need a... Then I'm going to put an armor stand on either side here. Put one like right here. One right here. Presumably this is where you'd have your gear, right? This is where you'd have like your good set or like your nether set or whatever it is you use it for. I think the only time I ever use an armor stand is when like you've already done everything, right? Alright, so that's cool. And I think this guy, let's put netherite on him. Alright, so let's get this guy hooked up now. And then I also said we needed the grindstone. So when does the grindstone come? Does it come in? You enchant something, it sucks, you grind it, and you keep going, right? So let's put the grindstone down here. And I think maybe the grindstone needs to be here more than the anvil. Let's put the grindstone there instead. Maybe the anvil on this side. We already had a crafting table here, so we're not going to worry about it too much. And now we need some smelters. So where are we smelting? Probably here somewhere. In fact, let's do the smelter over here. And, oh, you know what? We needed to do... the original design had a chimney. I don't know if I want a chimney. Maybe we don't need one. But I can tell you that I'm going to need a lot of furnaces. Let's just do 2, like this. It's functional, but I don't like the way it looks. Instead, where are my slabs? Let's just put them right here. Do we hate that they're floating? A little bit, right? No, I hate that too. This needs to be somewhere in view. In fact, these chests might be in a bad place too. Let's see. No, I like the chest too. Those chests looks good there. I'm fine with the chest. I'm not sure about the furnaces. We're just gonna put them right here. Should have like some kind of means for expelling the smoke though. Like I want to build a furnace, not a furnace, a chimney. Maybe I'll just do like this, and this will be the chimney. And just kind of have it come out like this. Because there's like chimneys that are just like a metal tube that goes up, right? And then we'll do like this. So it looks like it's coming out of the top. Like that. Right, and then I need to make this bigger though so it can fit a campfire so we can have some smoke popping out of the top. See how we do that. Alright, we can go around it. But I can't go straight up to do it. So we're not going to go straight up. I'm breaking stuff over here. Where's my wall? I already had it. Alright, so how do we do this? Come out like this, couple, and then we'll switch to cobblestone blocks. Alright, let's see how this looks. So I have to somehow make it like go up and then get larger as it goes up. And that's kind of like the struggle right now. I think I've got it though. That's it. 3 by 3 is what we need. So I can go up like this. And then these need to kind of extend out now. And then I'm going to start to work towards that middle part. But I'm going to need to extend this up first. So keep going. One more. Should do like the outline first. It's got to be further off though. Well, this is okay. This can be like this. As long as we break these blocks like that. Now this works. Let's see if I can do walls on the top. Is that going to look good? I haven't decided. This is the point that it has to expand. So it's like this. Alright, we'll put the campfire in here. Get some smoke coming, and then I want to do like a wall around it. I think that's going to look nice. So this kind of comes this way, comes up and around. I think I could have just left this kind of like more or less straight. Let's see. That's pretty cool. That's not bad. Let's go further away. I don't know, that's pretty good. I like it. That's pretty cool for my first treehouse base, I think. I mean, not my first, but like, you know, the first one that I really took seriously. Yeah, I can definitely see fixing this up over here a little bit. You know, rounding it out on the top a little bit. But overall, I'm really satisfied with this build. I would build this again. Would you guys build this? Let me know in the comments if you build this. Well, if you stuck around this long, you've obviously enjoyed the content. Please consider liking and subscribing. It really does help the channel. If you like big builds like this, please subscribe and be notified to my new videos as they come out. Alright, that's it. You guys have a great one. Thanks, and I'll see you guys in the next one.